we're here. So welcome to us sharing about a new paradigm of business. So if you're live in the group, drop where in the world you're from and why you're here.
Yep. I want excited as well to have Sam join us on this live. Me and Sam has actually been collaborating since 2019. So that's quite a big, that's a long time, right?
Yes.
And so we've been collaborating since 2019. And that's like, and I find that is one of the things when it comes to doing anything online. Do you find there's so many pop-ups and there's so many things and so many shiny objects? So I find it's very important that we find good things, and find things that are, legit, that's been around for a while. Like we are affiliated with a company that's been around for 50 years, right? So this is all the good stuff. So, and it's really funny because Sam is currently in Costa Rica. When I first started this business, I was based on Ceiba in the Caribbean. And this is what I always say: if you can, or if I can, start this business and get a successful business living on a small island with 2,000 people, 13 square kilometers, 5 square miles in the Caribbean, with Amazon taking 3 weeks to get delivered, and in Sam can be in the jungle in Costa Rica and do hers, we can definitely run this business anywhere in the world. And what is, I think, is important, escape the matrix, the paradigm shift. What that is all about is basically that we need to start to make the changes. I know a lot of people talk about it, but talk about it ain't gonna cut it. You're gonna have to start to take the action. You gotta have to start to put one foot in front of the other. And the first thing to do is to start to get clear on, why do you want to do this? Like, if you know already, put it in the chat. Like, why would you like to escape the matrix and do different things? And why is that? Like, what's driving you to make some changes? Like, people always ask me, it's like, Nina, why did you go after the 17 years in the Caribbean to northern Norway? Like, wow, why would anybody? It was snowing today, right? And I'm like, well, you know what? My big why for that is my son. And because of our business, I can take it with me. So I take the same business I was doing on the tiny island in the Caribbean, I now get to do in northern Norway. And it's snowing on the 20th of May, which means I'm not going to be here 10 years from now. I'm not here. I'm not here. And
Nina.
So listen. So what is super important from the get-go, know that you can do this business from anywhere in the world. And you also have global rights. So you can go into any market. You go into Mexico, no problem. You go to Africa, no problem. Australia, whatever, no problem. You can run it from absolutely anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally, Nina. And, and the thing is what we're really inviting you to do. Like I said before, my name's Sam. I'm based in Costa Rica, in case you missed that. And I've built a global 6-figure business, nearly a legacy income business, from the middle of the jungle in the last 4 or 5 years. And, what we really want to invite you to do is just open your aperture, like on a camera, let in the light, and know that there is another way for how we get to do business and life. I just to share with you, I remember the first time I saw a masterclass like this. It was 2 a.m. I was sat at a kitchen table in Costa Rica. My kids were in bed and my husband were in bed, and we just arrived here. And I remember watching a masterclass like this, and I thought, God, do you think you actually really make an income online? Do you think this is really true? Do you think, I'm like, could I really do that? Because I tried all sorts of things to make an income online. And the truth is anyone can do this. It's about your own belief and stepping into possibility. So I'm really excited to just be here and share with you what it is, what the business model is, introduce you to the community, but also invite you to just open up the aperture to what's possible for you. This is, if you could just mute. Yeah. This is different to probably most things that you have seen online. If you're somebody that's looked at everything online, which was me, that was me, I looked at everything online. because I was living overseas. I was already living overseas. I was already choosing that part. So, but I will share more about that as we go along. But yes, let's just invite you to do that. And also, one of the big things that we invite people to do when they join this community in this space is to consider the topic of money. Because the reality is money gives us more freedom and more choices. That is still the paradigm we're operating in, whether we like it or not. That is the truth. And being broke is not spiritual. Yeah, that is not going to support your spiritual journey.
But why? Right. Why is it to do yoga teacher you don't have any money?
Yeah. If you lead with your heart and you lead with your passion and you lead with what you love, that actually that signs you up for being broke. It does not. In fact, it's the total opposite. The more abundant financially we can be, the more of a difference we can make to the world and to other people, the more change and impact we can create. So I really want to invite you to shift that paradigm as well. And I'm sharing this. I was coming from probably where you are when I started 4 or 5 years ago. I had 2 credit cards maxed out. I didn't have the financial freedom to go anywhere and to go and live how I wanted to live. And the time I was hustling, burnt out, depleted, entrepreneur, mom, and now I'm not. So just know that you get to shift your money stories because it's a story. Money's energy. It's an energetic exchange. So you get to shift your stories, and that's part of what we'll also be inviting you to do. So Nina, do you want to jump in with the slides so we can actually share? Because I feel like everyone's been really patient.
Yes, I know, right? I was just celebrating the fact that I can actually see us somewhere online. But yeah, let's dive into the slides and.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I'm just gonna do a little bit of. I'm gonna just let you go for it in the beginning, and I'm just gonna do a few things. Yeah. I'm just gonna do. That was wrong person.
Perfect. So the new paradigm shift, the new era of business. This is how we get to do business and life. Can you move to the next slide, Nina? And this first part is really, really important. I'm actually just going to make my screen bigger so I can see the slides. So what is a true freedom business model? Now, if you are, like I said, if you are in the Facebook group, if you could drop in the comments where you are in the world and also why you're here, because that will be really helpful for me. I don't want this to be a one-way chat at you. I'd like it to be a bit more of a conversation. So what is a true freedom business model? So Nina, there's a slide here showing the 4 pillars of a freedom business model: time, financial, location, and inner. So it's like I call it a camper van rather than a car. You've got the 4 wheels. And for most people, they don't have the 4 wheels on that camper van. They probably have 1 or 2. So if I take myself as an example, I was living in Bali before I moved to Costa Rica. Like I said, I've been living overseas for nearly 20 years. And I'd chosen location freedom. Location freedom was my priority. Traveling the world, experiencing the world. I was doing it come what may.
I know, right? Me too.
What may that came was that I ended up in a position where I didn't have the other 3 wheels. Yes, I'd chosen to live in Bali. Yes, it looked like I was living this dream life, but I didn't have time freedom. I didn't have financial freedom, and inner freedom wasn't even on my radar at that point in time. Sorry, I have my dogs in here. And I've been an entrepreneur for years. I've worked in the corporate sector. I've done all of those things, but I've been an entrepreneur for years. I'd done contract work, consultancy work. I'd even started my own brand and my own business. And what those things weren't giving me were time and financial freedom. I was hustling. I was constantly pitching for clients. I was doing everything alone. And I was trading my time for money, which is, who else has found that as an entrepreneur, that you're trading your time for money? And when we're in this cycle, we just keep going. It's like being on a hamster wheel. And I woke up, I'm like, this is not living to me. This is not how I want to live. I want to be there to be with my children. And so I want something I can do from home, but I also want to be financially abundant and thriving. I'm not interested in small change. And so this is where I found myself. And I've been looking through all of these online options until I found this, and it ticked all the boxes. And I can categorically say the wheel that has impacted me the most, that I had no idea about, was this inner freedom part. Because the energetics in which we live and how we do business matter. Our mindset matters. And when we pay attention to that, the other things come. This location, time, and financial freedom, that can be taken care of with strategy. And we have that, what I call the masculine part of the business. And if there's any men here, the masculine part matters. We have many, many men in our global community who are thriving in this space. But that part is done for us. We have systems that do that part for us. Yeah. But this inner part, this is the energetics, and this is what we spend most time on. So what I found is I got the location freedom, but not the others. And now I have all four. And yes, the inner freedom, it's not a tick box, that is for sure. It's like an onion, and all those layers keep coming back just when you think you're on a balance, and boom. Yeah. But what this does do is it allows you to thrive more. It allows you to feel more aligned. It allows you to make choices to support yourself. Yeah. So these four wheels that we're looking at with the True Freedom business model, and that's what this business model, but also this community give us. Right. Sorry, Nina, you wanted to share?
No, I just wanted to share as well, because I totally with you. It's like, I remember when I was having an IT company in London, and then I went to become a dive instructor. I went down to $45 a day. It was like, wow, so 100%, you got to have them all. And definitely the thing is, what I find is so fascinating is that throughout our community, people are like really, really dialing in and having to really do the inner work, which means that now you are more in line with yourself, right? Now you're finding out, who are you really, right? And also who you're not, right? I mean, it's all these aspects, and it's like, and this is priceless, because when you go through that rebirth of that change, you don't fit in anymore. I can tell you that. I just came back to Norway after 17 years in Caribbean, whatever else I've been before that, and I'm going like, I don't fit in here. I don't match the go and get a job and all that stuff. I don't match it. It's not my vibe anymore. I can't. And I think I shared it with you guys before, but it's like every time I was like, oh, you should apply for a job. Okay, let me go and write a CV. My whole body just goes, no. And we get to learn how to do that. And how freaking beautiful is it that, like, ladies, if you're having like your period or whatever, guess what? You get to take a day off, and somebody else will fill in for you if needed. Or you just say, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway,
we get to just be yeah, absolutely. But it's very, very true. But this is the paradigm we get to shift. This is where we get to shift our perception of what business and life get to be like. So this is the four wheels of the True Freedom business model, and this is why we've chosen this business model. The next slide, Nina, please. Thank you. Oh, look, it's very shoo-shoo. So what we're going to cover today, there's three parts that are really important in a business model that allow us that freedom. So a high ticket offer that impacts people, profit, and the planet. I wasn't interested in doing anything, one, that was small change, because that's not going to give me a sustainable lifestyle, and it's not going to provide for my family. But also, I was only interested in something that had a positive impact on the planet, or else this wasn't on my radar. And this high ticket offer includes a generational wealth part, which we'll talk about later. This is really, really vital for so many people. The second part of it is social media. We leverage social media, which means we can reach anyone in the world. Our world is the market, and everybody's on social media. If you're using social media, I can guarantee you're spending 1 or 2 hours flicking a day. Use those 1 or 2 hours to actually monetize yourself. And then the third part is automation, sales, and systems. And this is the part, this is this masculine part that I love, that's taken care of, because that's definitely not me. I'm this feminine, flouncy, show up and create and share with my passions, as you can probably tell. But that part's done for us. So we'll share more about that. Okay, next slide. So what is the business model? What do we do? It's affiliate marketing. It's high ticket affiliate marketing. So what does that mean? It basically means you partner with a company that already exists. And like I said, you choose high ticket, not low. Many people that we speak to have done MLM, low ticket network marketing, or low value products. My own brand I created in Bali was low value products. But guess what? You make low value commissions. You have to sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, compared to what we do here, where you support one person, or you make one sale or two, and you can earn the same amount for an awful lot less work. The second part is you share their in-demand product on their behalf. And this bit's really key, you know, choosing something that people want, need, and love. And we'll share more about this too. Because then you have a market there. People desire it. There's nothing worse than having a product that people don't desire. That
exactly.
is not your business. The
That's
third
right.
part is you receive a commission when the sale is made from your referral. It's really very simple. And this is something that I love about affiliate marketing, because I'm a mum of two. You know, we live in the jungle. If anyone's ever lived in the jungle, which most people haven't, Nina's lived on a small island. It all looks sexy, but you know what? It throws things at you. So we're here to really protect our time and keep things simple. This is a very simple business. So, and just, you know, before we actually move on and introduce you to the product and the company, one question I want to ask you, and this is something that wasn't even on my radar 5 years ago, or maybe in my subconscious, is if you stop working today, would you still get paid on the work you've done today and for the rest of your life? Drop in the comments. For most
I'm
people,
just watching the comments, and
for most people, that's a big no. In most traditional businesses, whether you're employed, whether you have even if you have your own business as an entrepreneur, bricks and mortar business or an online business, the minute you stop working, you don't get paid. So my consultancy business, if I wasn't serving my clients, I didn't get paid. And I certainly wouldn't have got paid on that work I'd done for the rest of my life. This business model, the work I did from day one, I am still getting paid on now, and I will continue to get paid on that for the rest of my life.
yeah, just want to say, Ikram from South Africa is saying no. Iva in London is saying no.
I can't see the comments for some reason.
I'm just telling you.
Thank you for sharing, Nina. So if you're not, there is another way. And this, I can tell you, is so liberating. I have commissions drop into my account from nowhere, and I don't even know where they've come from now, because it continues to pay you. It's really quite an astonishing and incredible and generous business. Okay, so shall we jump on in?
Yeah.
So what is it? Who is the company that we partner with? So we partner with a company called Enagic. They are a water technology company. They make water ionizers. They're based in Japan. They're 50 years old this year, and we're going to Japan next month to celebrate 50 years. So they're an established company. This is not a flash in the pan, online spammy thing and a scam. You know, often I get asked, is this a scam? And I'm like, do I look like a scam?
Yeah. I know, right? Do I look like a scam? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that, because I've been there too. Remember, I was where you are as well. So they make water ionizers, and these machines make electrolyzed reduced water. So it's hydrogen-rich water, also known as Kangen water. And what it does is it helps us nourish and restore our body to the optimum state. Now, for most of us, so may I ask, before we kind of kick off, who here drinks water? Would that be a yes?
Yeah.
Who here has thought about the water they're drinking? What water are you drinking? Because the water you drink matters. And I was this person as well. I was buying all the healthy food, the organic food where I could get it, all of the things. So I was giving myself and my family all this incredible food. But the water I was drinking was, quite frankly, terrible. At the time in Bali, I was drinking those plastic gallons. For those of you that live in the tropics, you know sometimes that's the only solution unless your house has a full system.
Yep.
People are drinking mains waters in cities and they think that's healthy. It might be clean, but it's not healthy. It's full of chlorine, pharmaceuticals, pollution, all sorts of things. And I was not, just very briefly to share my story, I was not properly hydrated. I was chronically dehydrated. I have a mosquito virus called chikungunya, and it gives me arthritic pain in my joints. I was awake every night for 5 years with pain in my ankles. It would wake me up 4 or 5 times in the night. Since I've been drinking this water, and this isn't a health claim, this is just my experience, I don't have the pain anymore. I don't get woken up every night. And one of the main reasons is because I was dehydrated. And so what this water does is it gets restructured so you hydrate at a cellular level. So you're properly hydrated. So it gives you more energy. It gives you more, it shifts your vibration. Shifts your vibration. We're energetic beings. We're 70% water. And so this water is really transformational. You can learn more about it after this class. If you want, just ask Nina and she'll send you more information. So that's my experience. The water supports you to create a toxic-free sanctuary in your home. It has over 60 uses, from cleaning to taking pesticides off of fruit and vegetables. And it's, like I said, it's a nearly 50-year-old company. We're experiencing 17% growth in 2020, and I think that was even more last year. I don't have the statistics for that at the moment. And it's a sustainable zero waste product. So these machines are lasting over, I mean, I have somebody here in the jungle that's had them 15 years, but they last over 20, 25 years. And of course, it's reducing plastic pollution. We share this water. Just to let you know, if you're thinking, so I have to sell water? No, you don't. You get to choose. This is the company we partner with because it's ethics, its commitment to health, and its commitment to building wealth. The vision of this company is to transform. Mr. Oshiro, he's nearly 80, I think he's 83 or 84 years old. His vision for the company is to transform the health and wealth of humanity, which is really quite incredibly profound. And that's why we partner with it. So if you feel passionate about the water, you can share about the water. If you don't, and you'll see Nina online and myself online, what I share about is how I can have more freedom by leveraging this business model. And guess what? The company I align with nourishes my heart, my soul, the health of my family, and supports me to build wealth and have more impact. So you really, really get to choose. So don't worry about that. I don't talk about the water. Nina, I don't think she does sometimes.
I do.
Water.
I do.
Many people in the community don't, but you can choose. So just to put that out there for you. Okay, so that's Enagic briefly. So they have 3 main products. Well, actually they have 4. It's really exciting. We have a 4th one that's literally just being launched in Europe. I'll let Nina share more about that in a minute. So we have the K8 machine, which is the flagship product. It has 5 different pHs of water, like I said, from cleaning 2.5 up to 11.5, which takes pesticides off of fruit and vegetables. And then you have the drinking water and the beauty water in between. It can be used on your pets. It really supports with like ticks and dirt and keeping their coat really healthy, and they drink it as well. Obviously, your kids can drink it. My kids call it the magic water. In fact, they're complete and utter water snobs. They won't drink anything else. They send them to school and they won't drink the water at schools. It's crazy. So that's the K8. The Enespa is the shower. For those of you that don't know, our biggest organ is our skin. And so when we shower in chlorine-rich water, which most showers have, we're absorbing that chlorine into our body and into our system. These showers take out the chlorine and remineralize the water. So your skin, you know, particularly for people if they have eczema or skin conditions, it really, really shifts it fast. You know, we have many, many stories of people's skin absolutely turning around from drinking the water on the inside, but also showering in it. So it's really nourishing product for your family as well, if your kids love having baths. And then the third product is the Yukon. It's antioxidant rich, like the water. The water is packed with antioxidants. It's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. And the turmeric, the Yukon, is actually grown in the grounds in Okinawa, where we're going, by local farmers. So Mr. Oshiro, when he started the business 50 years ago, there were 3 farmers, I think, growing. And now I think there's a network of 75 farmers he supports with this turmeric growing, which is such a beautiful story. So they're the 3 flagship products. And then we have a 4th product, which Nina's going to show.
Well, I just want to say as well, I mean, it's such a, you know, to be able to replace, like the K8 makes water that is disinfectant, that's a 2.5, and the degreaser, that's 11.5 pH. It means that you replace like Clorox and cleaning material in your house, because you can actually use water. And for those of you who like thinking off grid, or maybe you do live off grid or whatever, there's some of them, you're living in different like communities. There's like you know, off the grid communities, and that's it. You have this machine and you can use it for whatever, all those needs, like degrease, disinfectant, cleaning, beauty water, drinking water. I mean, baby medicine, whatever. You know, so it's so cool. Okay, and I see Imran he's got a couple of comments, and one of them is that water has memory. Yes, 100%. And I just want to hook on to that we got to think about the water. Well, it's actually a little, we do that on a podcast another day, because we're talking about the water who's been bashing around in the pipes as opposed to, you know, spring water, and blessing the water. And I was talking to somebody from India, and he was saying he will actually take the water in a cup the day before and then bless it and leave it to settle for a day before he would drink it. So there's a lot of different rituals around this. And I think, but for this purpose of this presentation, let's stick to the things. And one of them is that this water is ionized. It means it wasn't added. It's not reverse osmosis and added minerals afterwards, or added chemicals and all that stuff. It's just pure water that's been ionized.
Yeah, it's natural living water. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got the new product. It's literally launched like a few days ago in Europe. It's already in Asia. It's being launched all over the world slowly. But what it is basically we all have a lot of electromagnetic and noise radiation around us, right? From Wi-Fi's and TVs and tablets and phones and all those kind of things, right? So what? And I just wanted to stop for a second and say, okay, so Enagic was established in 1974. Basically, there is 5 ionizers, or 4, turmeric, and with it's less than 10 products, and this product was added. This is huge. It means that Enagic does not add products to their product line. They are really conscious about what do we add, and do we really stand behind it as a company? And I think that is super important. So when they do launch something like this, it's a big deal. Because what it actually does, it harmonizes the electrical noise within 8 meter radius. So that is 32 feet roughly around the M-Guard itself. And so I'm not gonna go into just like a whole presentation on this on its own because it's so good. But if you want to know more about the M-Guard, just comment M-Guard down below, and I will send you a couple of videos. I might actually share it down below anyway, where you can literally see somebody going in Hong Kong, going into a hotel room, and it's just like the frequency is like over 2,000. It's just going, bing, and you turn on the M-Guard, it's just silence. Wow. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I feel that's a really important thing to share, actually, Nina, about the the integrity of the company, because Enagic make all of their products in-house. So they don't outsource cheap parts from China and other places. All of the parts of the machines, including the water machines, are made in-house. And each machine is made by one person. So the products have exceedingly high quality, exceedingly high integrity, and they're ISO standard, and they're original equipment manufactured. So they have all of this integrity behind the products, but also the energetic love that goes into them. There's no, like I said, there's no cheap parts going into these machines and these products. They're really of the highest quality. And I love that about it, because I'm really, for me, it's really important that I'm aligning with somebody and a company and products that have full integrity. So yeah, it's a really important thing to share. Thank you. So let's move on a bit more then. So they're the products, that's the company that we leverage. About the actual business building part. So how do we build a business? We support people to transform their life with their health and their wealth. So the products support you to improve your health and shift your health and really be in an optimal state, obviously alongside everything else that you're doing. So that's the energetic health shift. But then from a business perspective, where Enagic have been really smart, is that they've actually got a business model that goes with that, direct sales and affiliate marketing, and a compensation plan that rewards us really, really generously. So Enagic don't put any finances into advertising, sales, marketing. They don't really have a budget for that. What they do is they use their network for that. So that's one of the reasons they're able to reward us so generously. So the fast track business strategy. So there's many ways that you can start this business, but if you're really serious about building a business, this is what we recommend: investing in 4 products. Now it might even be 5 with the MGuard as well, but let's go with 4 for today because it's shifting. These numbers are in US dollars, by the way. And they'd be relative to where you are in the world. So when you launch your business with Enagic, you invest in 1 product and you get global distribution rights for life. For life. So you're not only purchasing a product that's good for your health, that will transform your health, but you're getting a global business for life. I mean, let that land. It's really, really quite incredible. So when you launch your business, we recommend starting with a K8 and an Esper and the turmeric. So obviously you can experience them all for your health and for your family's health as well. The other product that we recommend is investing, if you're choosing to build with the water, is another K8. You could have a shower or a K8, but we recommend from a business perspective, the K8, because what you can do is then loan that out to people. They get to experience the water for themselves. They give it back to you. And guess what happens? They're like, I need one of those machines. I need that water in my house. So it's another income stream for you when you're building business. So when you invest in these 4 products, you actually make sales to yourself, 3 sales to yourself, and you immediately get commissions. Here in US dollars, it's $670 commission. So you're starting to earn straight away. Then after your first 6 sales, so people coming and joining the business in the same way that you did. And by the way, we tend not to say sales. We tend to be serving other people, helping other people, supporting other people, because that's what these products do. They support you to choose a healthier option and to create a business and an income. So those first 6 sales, after that, you'll be in profit. So, and then after the next 5 people that you help, the next 5 people, you're earning in between $4,000 and just over $6,000 per sale, per person you help. And then if you scale that up again, once you've actually supported 20 people with their health and to launch their business, you will have earned 100K. Now, where this lands for a lot of people, particularly if you've been low ticket sales or you've run your own business, most people who've had their own business, the amount you have to invest up front to have your own business, my husband had a restaurant, is hundreds of thousands of dollars before you're even making an income. And being in profits 2, 3, 4 years away for most people. With this business, you start making an income straight away. You're in profit when you've helped your first 6 people. And once you've helped 20 people, you've made 100K. I do not know any other business in the world that will support you to do this. And I've looked at a lot and I've run a lot. So this is for you to know that you can really build this business in a way that suits you. You can build it fast as well, and you can support other people to do that as well and transform their lives. So should we go to the next one? Sorry, Nina.
Yeah, exactly. And again, just remember, it's global, right? So you get to promote and market this to any market that you like. If you are in England, you can market in United States if you want. It really doesn't matter, right?
No. And we'll share a bit more about this as we go, but we teach you that, we teach you how to reach people through social media. But no, if you don't want to do that, you can do old style traditional sales if you want. If you love the water and the product, you can literally put it under your arm and go door knocking. One of our leaders in our space, if you might have seen some of his content via Nina Balaj, he started building this business door knocking with his machine, literally. He's a multi-millionaire now, and he's only been here 10 years. He has what we call legacy wealth, and this is what we're talking about here. So this is the part that for many people really, really switches them on, is this idea, like I said at the beginning, that if you stop working, you would still earn and you can still get paid for life. This legacy wealth part is the part where you get paid for life. Once you get to a certain level, you see the circle at the top, it says 6A2-3. This is called legacy wealth. And you will get paid. You get paid in US dollars, $25,000 US dollar bonus for being there. But then you also get paid $5,000 a month bonus for the rest of your life. Let that land. And this $5,000 is outside of your business, whatever else you're making in your business. Because once your business gets to this stage, you will be making a very reasonable income too. And so for me, if you look on the left side, I'm at 6A2 and I'm about to go to that bottom level, 6A2-2. And I will have done that in less than 5 years. So my next step, next year, I'm 50 years old. And so in my 50th year, my goal is to be at that legacy income. And that is something I'm able to hand down to my children. When I pass, they get that for their life. Now, I don't know about you, for many of us global citizens, I don't have a pension. I don't have a backup plan. This is the equivalent, and most pensions aren't going to pay you, by the way, if people tell you have one, just to let you know, but you're all out of the matrix, people, anyway. So this is where we get paid for life. And then you build up to the next level. So my goal is to actually have 2 6A2-3 businesses and another one that's 6A2-4, the level below. Then I will get $20,000 a year for life. Again, which will go to my children, aside from my business. So this is the type of money we're talking about. And, I'm not going to sit here and say, well, it's a walk in the park. You don't have to work. But you know what?
Yeah.
We get to create in a whole different way. You do not have to hustle and be working the way you're working to get to this. My days at the minute, if I just explain to you, this morning, I dropped my kids to get the Jungle Bus to school. I came back. I went for a swim in the pool. I had some breakfast. I jumped on here to share with you guys. I'm going to be working 1 or 2 hours, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day either doing trainings or with my kids or with my dogs or doing whatever. So, we get to reprogram how we work, be really intentional, but know that this is here for all of us, and know that this is available for everyone. If you stay committed, you stay consistent, you show up, you will get here. And this doesn't happen, this isn't something that just happens to a few people in the business. So you may have seen Brooke March. Nina may have shared some content from Brooke. She's here. She got to legacy income in 4 years. She took a year off to heal. Inner work, everyone. She took a year off to heal from her divorce. She continued to get paid during that year while she didn't work, 6 figures. And now she's at legacy income. And now she's actually about to go legacy income 2 or 3 other times as well. So, you get to choose this. This is an uncapped business model. This compensation plan has been set up for people to thrive. And there may be some of you here that are saying, how are they going to keep paying those legacy bonuses out as more and more people get them? Well, Mr. Oshiro is really smart. He's set up the systems and investments to make sure that they support these legacy bonuses. So if you feel excited about that, drop in the comments, because you know what? This switched me on. I wanted this, not for myself. Well, yes, for myself, but for my children. This will go to them. This will go to us. I am effectively, once I get to legacy income, I'm effectively semi-retired. In fact, I feel like I'm semi-retired now. I work, I work, some days I work 2 or 3 hours. Some days I work 4 or 5. Some days I choose not to. So this is here for everybody. It is super exciting, Jill. It's so flipping exciting. Nina, did you want to share anything on that?
No, exactly. And the thing is too, is like, because I was the same, it's like, this is what I saw as well. I saw the compensation plan, and I was like, okay, there's a map. It's like, basically, these are the steps that needs to be done, and this is how I get there. And then it's like, well, does it matter if it takes 3 years or 5 years or 10 years? It doesn't really matter, right? Because as long as you get there, and I see people that join this business when they're 20, and I'm like, dang it, I wish that I had it when I was 20, which I didn't. But I'm going like, yeah. And the other thing, I'm going to share another thing with you, because this is also something that I just learned. Well, not just, but anyway, you can actually have 6 accounts with Enagic. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you take that and you times that with 6, and then you go, wow, that is like a lot of money, right? so super, super cool. And the thing is, remember, it's the K8 pays a commission of $340 from the beginning. $340 from the beginning. That's like your sale number 1, right? And then and then you look at what you can grow it into for this. So you're not only going to be paid when you reach these levels, you're going to be paid on your way to there, along the journey. There's lots of funding money there too, right? So super cool. Super cool.
And all the bonuses are integrated. I receive 2 bonuses a month now that I never received before. Because I'm 682. I get bonuses as well that aren't shown on here. It's such a sophisticated compensation plan, and it's exciting,
exactly.
For the people. It's so generous. I'm so grateful to Mr. Oshiro.
Exactly. And then as well is that people celebrate each other, right? That's the other thing. It's like, it's beautiful. It's like people like, oh wow, she did it, he did it, and they did that, and they didn't do that. And then so you get that as well, the celebration energy. And I think that is in today's world, where it's like, oh, everybody's crab in a bucket, right? And he's trying to pull each other down instead of saying, okay, how can we unite? How can we collaborate? How can we create success? How can we make this work for everybody?
Yeah.
And super cool.
Absolutely. And this is a really important part, actually, Nina, this, this collaboration and this celebration and this vibration, because it's, I often speak to people. I was speaking to a lady the other week, and she lives in the north of England. And she said, I'm not going to be able to tell anyone about this. And I said, why not? She said, because they don't get me. They think I'm the weirdo anyway. They don't understand how I want to choose to live. They don't understand that I want to leave everything here and go and move to Thailand and take my kids and live a different life and choose freedom. And I hear this so often, and this is where we get to take a bold step and have courage and choose for ourselves, despite what we're surrounded by. And one of the best ways you can do that is be surrounded by like-minded people, by high-frequency people, by visionary people, by freedom-minded people, by people who really want to choose a life that nourishes their heart, their soul, and their family, and rewards them generously. You know, it really is. You get to have the courage to do that and know you're going to be totally supported and held to do that in a community that understands you. She said yes, you know, and every time I speak to her, she thanks me for calling her forward to do that. And I did that because I could see that's what she desired, but she didn't have the support networks around her. So if you're sat there and you're thinking, everyone thinks I'm bat crazy, it's okay. Everyone used to think Nina and I were bat crazy, but we got out. We stepped out of the matrix. But what we hadn't found is the part that financially supported us to live truly freely, and the community that would hold us, you know. I stepped out many, many years ago, but I didn't have that part. I was constantly on this wheel of, okay, what's next? What's next? How am I going to provide myself financially? How am I going to, you know, it's constant. It doesn't have to be like that. This business compounds. It pays you for what you did on day one. Yeah, I'm still getting paid for now, 5 years later. So just let that really land for you. You know, there is another way, and know that you'll be fully supported. You know Nina's vibration, and I hope you can feel mine. These are the people you get to be surrounded by.
For sure.
So I'm going to get on the soapbox. Let's move on. So how are we able to make sales? How does this all sort of stick itself together? So we shared earlier that we leverage social media. So we teach you how to build a personal brand and leverage social media, whether that be creating ads or creating content. We have a business academy called the Freedom Era. This business academy is incredible. It has all the training and support you need to launch and run your business, including training on, like I said, the content creation and that type of thing. But it has masterclasses on vibration, embodiment, energy, entrepreneurship. But the thing that's really, really, really cool about it is it has an automated sales process. So as you can see here, what we teach you how to do and what you get to just lean into, if you're using social media, this is a way for you to monetize social media. And if for whatever reason you don't desire to do that, you desire to do your business offline, know that you can run this business offline too. There's many, many people that do that as well, and they are thriving as much as people online. However, the online space gives you a whole new market. So the Freedom Era Business Academy teaches you how to do all of that. So what happens next? People reach out for a masterclass like this one. They learn about the business. This is where it gets to be really simple and automated. They learn about the business. After the masterclass, we invite people to learn more. Come and learn more. Okay, brilliant, great. So you go into the Freedom Era Business Academy and you go through what we call a discovery process, where there's like a visioning coaching call. You learn more about Enagic, the products, the compensation plan, and you have a call with a digital business specialist where they support you to see if this business and this community is going to be a fit for you. And if it is, they'll support you to get started. And getting started means investing in your future by purchasing products, and they'll explain the different options. There's different options for people to start in this business. So if you're sat there thinking, I have to invest, you know, sometimes we get that reaction, have to invest. Well, yeah, you're starting a business. That's the first thing. If you really want high profit returns, know that you'll need to invest in a business. If you're not interested in that, then there's plenty of online hacks that you can go and do and earn a bit of small change, right? So you need to invest, but also know there's different ways you can invest and start your business, and the digital business specialist will talk you through those. They'll support you to start your business, and then you do a launch your business course on the Freedom Era Business Academy. It's over a month, and you just follow it step by step, and it supports you to launch your business. That is the automation. So this is all done for you in the Freedom Era Business Academy, and this is a massive part of the time freedom.
Yeah.
I can meet people and I almost don't talk to them and they can join my business.
Yeah.
So if
And
somebody who, sorry, I was just going to say, if you're somebody who already has a job, maybe you have another business, maybe you're looking for something to offer clients that complements what you're already doing, then this can really support you to reclaim your time for the things that you love and your passions and how you want to spend it. And it's all done for you. Sorry, Nina.
No, and because I think the thing is, like you say, yeah, we can definitely do it online, offline as well. But I think the thing is the leverage of doing it online. So there's like, well, we doing this masterclass now, and it can be rewatched by 50 people or 100 people or 500 people, right? And then and I cannot stress the value of the academy so much, because they do the sales calls for you. And they know about how does it work in Brazil, how does it work in India, how does it work in Canada. They know exactly how it works. So that this, and then the thing is, because I used to do all my own calls, and you can, and it's not a problem, but you got to learn how it all works, right? So this is super cool. This is super scalable, and you get it included in the price of the academy.
Yeah.
Priceless, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gold. I love it.
Oh.
How do you join the Business Academy? What's next?
Yeah.
So to your next step, so if you're sat here and you're listening and you're like, this has piqued my interest. I'm curious. I want to learn more, whatever it is about anything that we've said, then the next step is to jump into the Business Academy, because you get to experience the automation. You get to see the academy and learn about it. You get to go through this beautiful discovery process. You'll have a call with a digital business specialist, and they can support you, like I said, to see if this is a fit for you. So it's really, really simple. And I'll let Nina share the next steps, because obviously I just want to share, but just know that it's $49. So it's a discounted price at the minute for the first month, and that's refundable in the first month. So you really have absolutely nothing to lose. And this is where you get to dive deeper into yourself and seeing if this is really, really a fit for you. And you will learn so much by going through this process. It's so empowering and inspiring. Yeah. Sorry, Nina, go on.
Yeah, no. Don't be sorry, Sam. I'm happy to have you here. We used to do a lot of master classes before. We haven't done it in a while, and that's probably why it went so pear-shaped at the beginning. It's like, what? No, so basically, guys, what it is, just basically you get the link from me, and then from that link, you go into the Freedom Era, you book your call. And from there, then you go through, like Sam said, the discovery process that gets you clear on what's your goals and dreams and why you're here. What do you want? What do you want to, why are we escaping the matrix? Like, what does that look like in money and health, and who's going to benefit from you succeeding? All that we're going to get super clear on. And you're also going to learn about the different products that we just talked about. You're going to learn about the water ionizer. You're going to learn about the shower. You're going to learn about the compensation plan. All that is covered inside of the academy, right? So, and then when you watch the videos, you learn these things or you touched on it, then you get to have your digital specialist call, right? And that's the person who can help you and answer all the questions that you may or may not have, whatever, but talk you through and make sure you understand, so you can take a fully educated decision on what's the next step. So, and if they say, you know what, I'm going home, I'm ready, guess what? They're going to help you to do the paperwork, right? So to get your orders in and all that stuff. When that's done, you are then, and this is a golden thing, it's only happening right now, is that you do get invited to what we call the Golden Pathway Mentorship. And that is 30 days where you got to be together with other people who just launched their business, but you got to be then coached and led by leaders who's already got the legacy income. Yay. Super awesome. So you get that, and then you're going to start to go through what's called Launch Your Business. That is a part of what's inside the academy, amongst so many other things. Because listen, guys, when you pay the $49 for that you get for the first month, you have access to absolutely everything. It's not like an upsell within the platform. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like, oh yeah, it's $7 to join the platform. Yeah, I give you a freaking PDF, right? And then you got to pay $500 to get into the group Zoom calls, right? And then you pay another $2,000 to get into the VIP. It's like freaking ridiculous, right? So it's $49, and then after that is $99 a month for everything. I mean, what? Yeah. You can't beat this. You simply cannot beat this. So what I want you to do, I needed you guys to reach out and say, hey, give me the link. I need the link to get into the Freedom Era. That's what you need to put in the chat, or message me directly and say, Nina, I need the freaking link so I can get inside. And the reason why you want that, because you literally, starting now, boop, boop, you have 48 hours to get inside and get started, to have your discovery call or book your call. And I will give you 60 minutes one-on-one strategy call. That means you and me on a call, and we'll say, okay, who are you? What's your goals? What's your dreams? What's your skill sets? Where are the gaps? How do we fill the gaps? How do we make this happen? What is the strategy that we're going to do? Where's the lack of the inner work? Do you have some inner work that needs adjusting? All that. So it's freaking awesome. I'm very excited about this.
It's such a gift to give people. I'm really happy for anyone who really leans in and does that. And just, you really get to lean in and have the courage to trust yourself. Trust yourself and believe in yourself that you can do this. Because that we all start there. We all start there with those fears coming up of, can I do this? Can I, will it really work? I've never done online, all these objections and these beliefs come up when we choose something different. I had them too, Nina had them too, and here we are thriving in our lives and building epic businesses that are going to provide for us. So just know that you just get to lean into that courage. And I'm really excited. I just wanted to mention this mentorship again, because I'm going to be one of the people leading the mentorship. There's 5 of us there. Legacy leaders, and some of us that are really, really close. And what's really special about this mentorship is it's our last one before we go to Japan. So all of us are going to be going to Japan. In fact, it will overlap a little bit. And we're not only going to be sharing, there's weekly calls where you get direct coaching from us and training. We also have a personalized chat pod, so you get access to us 24 hours a day with any questions that come up. And the purpose of these mentorships are for you to be in an incubator with people that are where you are, but not just that, are to powerfully launch your business. We can have your business moving up, running and fast in that time. So if you are somebody who wants to move fast, then that's your space. If you're also somebody who's like, you know what, I don't want to move fast, but I want community, and community matters. I ran businesses on my own, as Nina did, for years and years and years and years. I cannot tell you how much relief I feel not have to do everything alone. The relief I feel in that, to be supported, to co-create, and not just supported in my business, but in my life, energetically. This is not just a business. This is a movement of people. Yes. And I've never met Nina in person, but I consider her a dear friend, as I do many of the people that I've met online here. This business and community fundamentally will change your life in the most profound and deep ways that you could never possibly imagine. So get yourself into this mentorship, because we're also going to be sharing all of the gold that we experience in Japan with you guys. And there's nobody else that's going to be getting that until we get back. But because you're in the mentorship, you will do. So the mentorship starts, I think it's like the 2nd of June. But the first step is to ask Nina for the link, go into the Business Academy, dive deeper, learn more, see if this feels a fit for you, and then we can support you to get started, get in that mentorship, and just start changing your life, making different choices, because everything is possible for you. We do not have to stay stuck in the hustle and grind of entrepreneurship and life and that cycle. We get to be that glitch in the matrix, and we get to have the courage to choose ourselves, choose you and the life you desire to live, because we have one life here. I shared this the other day on a call, and it's really resonating for me at the minute, and then I will stop. I'm 49 years old. I've just turned 49. My father passed at 49 years. So this is a year where I have an awful lot of different feelings coming up. But one of the strongest ones is that I am going to go out there and live, because he passed at 49. Imagine if that was me. We all get to choose to live. And so this business model and community can really support you to open up and thrive and step into that possibility if you're not feeling that at the moment. So you're invited. Ask Nina for the link. Now, today, take her up on her extremely generous offer of one-on-one strategy call. She's such a queen at that. I love it. And come and join us for the mentorship. Join the excitement. And I'd love to see you there and welcome you in.
Awesome. Yeah, no, beautiful. And absolutely. Come in, ask for a link, go and check it out. You have 14 days money back guarantee, so you literally have nothing to lose. It's just go in and have a good look for yourself. And I just want to tell you as well, because I don't think we really shown it so far, but there's like an amazing chat pods and communities around this. You have like pods of hundreds, 1500s, thousands. It's all there in different levels, right? So there's always something to support. Support is everywhere, basically. It's almost too much. It's like, leave me alone. I want to do my stuff. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And awesome for you guys who came here. And I see that somebody asked if there could be a replay. Yes, the replay will be available. And thank you so much for your patience in the beginning of this. And there you go. Have an amazing day and stay cool. Okay. Bye.